Good evening, everyone. What we're going to do this evening is we're going to look at three offerings from ScaleTrains of the GE C44-9W locomotive. We have three different versions. We have the 628, which was as delivered. We have 660, that's got a little bit different weathering scheme on it. And then we've got 696, that's got a more heavily weathered scheme on it from the factory. Hope you enjoy this video. First, we'll look at the locomotive number 628. Some things that we'll notice different from our previous video is one of the things that you notice when the units are sitting side by side is 628 as delivered. The yellow on the handrails is bright. All the colors overall are bright. And you'll notice that we have a different kind of reflector stripe. But when you look at 660 or 696, you'll notice that the handrails are a lighter yellow. The step yellow on the edge of the step has faded with time. We've got a different kind of reflecting stripe on it. We have the rusted exhaust, still have the silver horn, light weathering on the side and top, as we'll see a little bit later. And the cab color is weathered, but it's a lighter weathering either. When we look at 696, compared to 660, you'll notice that the cab is much more weathered. We've had a replacement door from another unit that was orange. And again, all the colors are much more distressed than on the 660. As we zoom in, you'll notice that there's a little bit difference between the placement of decals and information on the cabs of the locomotives. And in this side-by-side shot, you can see the variations in the weathering on the cabs of the locomotives. Now we'll look at the top view of the locomotives and notice the differences between each of the engines as far as coloration, weathering. Details are basically the same because they're the same engines, but there is slight differences in the paint jobs. Notice the footwear on the two weathered locomotives as far as where the crew walked to get into and out of the engine. Now we'll just look at a comparison of the side view slowly so you can take in some of the detail that we've been discussing. Something we didn't do in the other video was show you how quietly the engine runs without the sound. Personally, I think the mechanisms in these locomotives are superior, and on top of being superior as far as smoothness, they are as quiet can be. So we're going to demonstrate that now. Speed step 2. Okay, now we're going to look at the fireman side of the engines. So that is 628, the as delivered version. Now we have 660 with, shall we say, lighter weathering, or not as aged weathering, shall we call it. And then we've got number 696, which has a more aged look to it. Now we have a sort of a 3/4 overhead view, so that you can see some of the subtle differences in the weathering and detailing. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little demonstration on the 3 units consisted together. One thing you'll notice about the sound is I did change the start volume on the prime movers so that, for example, 628 I believe is at 133, 660 is at 128, and then 696, if I remember correctly, is at 124, I believe. But basically that just makes it so that the prime movers are just a little bit out of sync, which gives you a little bit more depth to the sound.